All right, let's go. Knock on some doors.
All right, get it.
Muchas gracias por su tiempo. Y espero ver a alguien de su familia ahí.
Sí, claro, gracias.
Sí, no, de nada. Pero sí conoce de Bernie Sanders, ¿verdad? Sí, sabe de quién es. Okay. All right, muchas gracias. Que tenga buen día. For the first time, we got 4 bilingual satellite caucuses throughout the state of Iowa, and they're in English and Spanish. And that had to do mainly with the push and advocacy for LULAC, which is League of United Latin American Citizens. And I mean, this is kind of bold to say, but I'm very confident that if LULAC would have not stepped up and done that, Iowa Democratic Party would have not secured those bilingual satellite caucuses. Like, that would have not been a thing. Like, we would not be spreading this information, encouraging Latinos here in the state of Iowa to come out and feel comfortable participating in this process, you know? Are you guys gonna caucus?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, you got your information? All right, good. I'll show them too. So this is the flyer we made for LULAC. Because we're nonpartisan, so we're just trying to get the vote out. And then this is obviously more specific to Bernie Sanders. But the Bernie campaign knew early on about the satellite caucus, and they were on it. And they started making the flyers in Spanish, and I know this because I went to stores and I started seeing them there. So it was important. And I know a lot of people say, oh, okay, we're catering to this small group. And it's true, Latinos only make up 6% of the state. Between 2000 and 2018, the population for Latinos increased by over 135%. You know, Latinos are starting to like revitalize these communities, and people don't know that or don't think about it because you think Iowa and you don't think much besides, you know, white people, you know, because it is very white here. But again, someone is working that economic backbone, right? I'm getting an energy high. I feel really good. There was a whole bus that pulled up that dropped off at the Sudanese community, and that was really cool to see. Muchas gracias por venir. Muchas gracias, José. Yo sé que está muy ocupado. We are expecting a Latino turnout, but also the Sudanese community to turn out because there have been explicit efforts on behalf of the community and the Bernie Sanders campaign to talk to them.
I have debt about $30,000 because I finished from my master's degree and I came from Sudan. So I got this opportunity and I'm here.
When we go and ask in person for people to come out and show out, it means a lot to them because hardly any of these candidates go and talk to them or knock on their doors. And so each one of them are here, they're walking in with smiles, super excited. So I'm very excited for that. Do you want a Bernie sticker? Yes, that's yes, right there. Thank you.
I am the mayor of Iowa City, Mayor Teague, and I'm so happy that each of you have come to do a duty that we are fortunate to do here in Iowa.
Antes de comenzar con los speeches que van a decir los capitanes que están representando los candidatos, we're going to count them, and when we count them, they have to move over to the other side. Because I'm here, obviously, for the Bernie Sanders campaign, we need to make sure that we have our numbers correct, and we're counting the people who came to support Bernie Sanders. There's obviously overwhelmingly so many people right now for Bernie, so we're trying to align them on one side of the wall, and when we count them, we're trying to tell them to step across the room so that we don't miscount or double count people.
86.
86. Yeah. Okay, so now we have to fill out the card, right?
Yes.
Just give them instructions, they're very confused.
Okay.
Tell them the first.
Let me get a card.
انت بتكتب اسم المرشح بتاعك يعني انا حسيت ده انه زي في ناس بالخطا كتبوا اسمائهم هنا.
I am the daughter of Mexican immigrants who left everything behind in their small town in Mexico to give their kids a shot at the American dream. We're here not just to fight for immigration, we're here to fight for health care for all. We're here to fight for public and free education. We're here to fight for a Green New Deal. We're here to fight for the decriminalization of marijuana. We're here to fight for all people, regardless of their status, of their racial identity, of disability, of gender. You are here because you are part of a movement. Todos han entregado las cartas, las tenemos que colectar. Por favor, pasen las cartas los que no han entregado la carta.
If you only have one viable group, then that group gets all of the delegates.
Okay, all right. So we're ready to report them.
We just wrapped up our delegates. We got 9 delegates, and this could have not been possible without the amount of volunteers that showed up and bringing people, not only volunteers, but whips, people helping to count. We had obviously precinct captains. I was a precinct captain. We had people with registration tables. This speaks volumes when it comes to getting people to come and become a viable candidate, when it comes to showing people that there is support and there's community here. We were the only ones with the volunteers that showed up for their supporters. Everyone else was just kind of trying to figure it out on themselves. They had no representative from their campaigns, and I'm just gonna let that speak for itself. You have to go and convince them. Go into their neighborhoods and you will find people that will come and support you, but you have to make that effort. It is not about people coming to you, it's about you convincing the people that you work for why they should come out and caucus for you. There's so many layers to the caucuses and how they determine who gets awarded delegates. And so right now what they're telling us, which I find very skeptical, is that Buttigieg is at 26.9% and Sanders is at 25.1%, but that Bernie Sanders has the popular vote. And again, this is not the complete total, but again, it's just, why can't we figure out an easier way to do this, right, and cast our votes? But this is the way that caucuses are done. One of the things that I am very happy about, even though obviously I sound a little bit disappointed, that a lot of the satellite caucuses swept up in regards to Bernie Sanders. So, yeah, and this is
9 out of 9 delegates.
Yeah,
there,
just like ours, yeah. And so that this is huge, because this is what we're talking about. You know, they'll tell you Bernie bros, but they won't tell you the kind of people that are showing up for the first time to vote for Bernie Sanders. Meatpacking plant workers. We had a huge Sudanese population show up yesterday. Just look at that. Look at who is coming out for a lot of times for the first time to have their voices heard.